Employees today are being bombarded with messages like this. Within a couple of years, we do not need you anymore. You will be replaced by technology and AI. And even if you create psychological safety in the workplace, this message goes straight through that. I'm going to give you a 1-minute challenge. Think about what makes you feel most seen, valued, and heard at work. I'm going to give each of you 1 minute to share it with the person sitting next to you, and then 1 minute for the other person to share it back to you. Go. We need to understand more about what makes people thrive. How can we create meaning and purpose? And what can we do with people? And then, when you hear these types of statements that almost everything will be generated by AI, how do you think that makes people feel? How we build these companies on the work that they have done. And now we're saying, well, thank you. Oh, by the way, you put the technology, you enabled that technology, and you made all that possible for us, but now we're going to use technology. The statements that we make in the external world are way ahead of what is actually happening in our companies. But our employees are reading this and they are thinking, what is going to happen with my job? But fortunately, we still have a human edge. And if you look at the top 10 of the fastest growing skills by 2030, you see that they are all superhuman. These are the skills that we need to focus on. These are the things that we need to tell our employees. Now you see things like creative thinking, leadership, social influence, talent management, environmental stewardship, all things that we need people to do. It is okay to use technology to replace those aspects of work that are focused on efficiency. But we absolutely need to divide that from what is uniquely human, what people need to do. Empathy, emotional intelligence. We constantly hear these messages about the end of work. And I wanted to encourage you a little bit by giving you all these headlines from about a century of newspapers. We have been predicting the end of work for a very, very long time. And as we all sit here, I think we can say, well, instead of having less work, we all have more work than we had 5 years ago, right? Yes, everyone nods, okay. So what I am going to leave you with today is have one conversation with a team member and ask them this question: what makes you feel most seen, heard, or valued at work? And I would encourage you to listen, to ask them questions, to don't make any assumptions. Because what you will hear will be different from what you expect, and it will change everything.
Vă mulțumesc foarte mult că ați fost alături de noi. Sper ca discuțiile să fi fost interesante și utile pentru dumneavoastră.